currently the only team to have beaten Miguel and Dani in the APPT since its inception last year. They are one-time winners alongside the other finalists, or the already qualified finalists, Tim and Shungo. Tim and Shungo won in HoChiMinh. That was a tournament that Miguel and Dani didn't enter. And then David and Paul won in Hong Kong, their first time playing in the ATTP. And all of the other 4 tournaments have been won by Miguel and Dani, so it promises to be a bit of a ding-dong battle here. 2 of the favourites for the title playing in the semi-finals, and the chance to play Tim and Shungo in the final of the competition. The warm-up is over. David, Quiros, Paul, Alsina make their way onto the court. They pick up the balls. It looks like they will be serving first after the coin toss. A few towels being delivered to both sets of players before we begin. David and Paul looking very relaxed on the far side, all smiles at the moment. Looks like it will be David to serve first. And this all Spanish encounter. Second, the men's pro semi-final is about to get underway. Dani in the corner of the court there, maybe saying a little prayer. We get underway. David serving into the net. Second serve is hit. Miguel lifts over his head. This one high over Dani's head. David there. Nice shot from Miguel into the corner on the Vibara. Paul unable to defend successfully. And a big cry of delight from Dani. Already, big debate from Dani and Miguel at the back of the court. After one point, they've seen some things to talk about. Stay down the middle from David. Smashes that one. Out by 4 of the back of the court, 15-all. Not the tallest man, David, but jumped himself a little higher into the air there to get the angle and get the ball down and out of the court. Just into the glass there. Another second serve coming the way of Miguel Briega. This time, perhaps just interrupting the rhythm of the serve a little. Backhand, nicely it out. Attacking this thing, and same again. Nice flick the rest with that lob high over Dani, attacks back successfully, sends a nice high lob up. Defended by Dani. Ball sends one high, Dani fell underneath, he'll hit overhead. Happy with a high low back. Doing it calmly. All first through. Just up in the net from David. Ball again from David. Oh, the mistake came from Miguel. What a point so early in the match. Forehand volley from Miguel into the net, and it's 30-15 from David and Paul, and a hard-earned point there for them. Both sets of players showing amazing consistency already. And huge communication between David and Paul. Paul talking through every point, you can hear. He's trying to let his partner know where the opposition are on the court. David into the high ball, both players stay back this time. This time Dani creeps to the net. Had it coming wide from David. It's 30-all. see a beautiful retriever dog in the background watching on. Fascinated by the dog, the ball, no doubt. Nice volley from Dani into the corner. He's going to this one. It's the ball low, Dani underneath. Oh, and they go back to the backhand of Dani. Perhaps surprising a bit of Bressel there, and he wasn't able to get that one back. Great play by Paul. It was 40-30 and a game point in the first game of the match. Ooh, and Dani Bressel gets that one wrong on the backhand. And David and Paul hold serve. David. 1-love up. It'll be Miguel Briega to serve first when the players resume in a moment or two. Serving. And that was going to drift long. Chiquita from Paul. Surprising Miguel. Tried to pick it up off his toes with a lob, but just sending it long and it's left 15. David sends this one high. Miguel able to attack that one, and the bounce of the ball works in his favour. Paul unable to recover that one after the double glass. Bounce the fence, confusing a little. Backhander. Oh, it's beautiful return. Splitting the middle of Dani and Miguel, who look at each other, questioning that should have been just long. From serve there from Miguel. Second serve coming now. Paul constantly on his toes, keeping himself ready for the ball. Big smash from Dani Bressel. David's down to the court. Then Bahada down the middle, and again the middle. We're used to see dominant in the position there, but that wasn't the case. They are a little bit apprehensive, a little bit further back, maybe one step towards normal positioning. That. And just lands in from Paul. High ball from Dani Bressel. And that one's also going to drift long from Miguel. The depth of play from Paul and David. The difference there, always at the feet. Miguel and Dani, and immediately they're under pressure. An early break of serve. 2-love as Paul serves down. Miguel's backhand. This one lands in. Beautiful footwork from David to get in position there. Now he plays it low to Miguel, who lets it for Paul. And Miguel's play a little bit too high there. And then put away for Paul down to the backhand of Dani in 15-love. Just long on the serve. The backhand of Dani lifts it high. Oh, it's a beautiful volley from David. He saw Dani advancing and just adjusted his wrist to move the direction of the ball in the opposite way that Dani was coming from. And it's 30-love. Just doesn't quite go out. And David hung up a racket there, frustrated with himself. Saying he should have flicked the wrist and got that one out and over the back of the court. He failed to do so, and it's 30-15. Beautiful volley from David. He's there again with a drop volley. And he recovers well. Miguel just into the side glass there, and it's 40-15. Paul and David looking to make it 3-love in the first set of this second semi-final in the men's pro. Off the side glass, Miguel reads it well. That's a nice Vibora through the legs, and a bit of a look to the crowd and the camera from Paul there. And this one out. And it is 3-love. A little bit of showboating there from Paul with the no look through between the legs, smiling to the crowd as he played the shot. And it is 3-love, and the pressure on the number 1 seeds, Miguel and Dani, to get themselves back into this first set. Players back on court, ready to get underway. Dani Bressel to serve, love 3 in the first set. And for the first time in the tournament, a bit of pressure on the number 1 seed. High return from Paul. Miguel underneath into the corner. Paul onto the ground to defend that one, and he's there. Quick as a flash back to his feet to get the smash from Dani Bressel. Miguel with a Chiquita, and that's up high. And it's a beautiful backhand put away volley from Miguel Briega. Out of the reach of Paul. It was Miguel's Chiquita that actually started it. David stretching to get it back up high, giving him the chance to put the ball away. Another high return. Dani underneath with a bandeja. Back glass. And David sends it high. It's a beautiful lob. Stays back from the bajada. And now using it at the net to take the volley from Dani. And it's into the net from Dani Bressel. He looks to keep that one low and short. Wondering how to do better. 15-0. Inches long. Second serve coming now. High return from Paul. Into vision quickly. Sat through his legs. Miguel. And Vibora this time into the net. And at the moment, Miguel and Dani have just not quite found their form or their rhythm. 15-30. In the middle this time, David with a short lob. Oh, an excellent play from both sets of players there. Paul doing well to get the first big smash back from Dani. Played it into the fence and it popped up nicely for Miguel, who stayed calm and popped it into the gap that Paul indicated. And it's 30-0. And already a crucial moment in the match. Love 30-0. First serve from Dani into the net. There's a hush. Falls upon the crowd. It's the backhand. Miguel hits that from deep. Sprints back in there for the volley to secure the net. Oh! And David stretched across trying to get that intercept volley down the middle, which would have won them the point. But he just clipped the top of the net and fell back onto his own side of the net, giving Dani and Miguel the point. And 40-30 in their first game point of the match. One they'll be eager to take. The backhand of David. Miguel, beautiful sliced volley into the feet. Oh, ball. He takes it on the volley but can't control it, and it goes long into the back glass. And first game on the board for Dani Miguel, getting them back to 1-3 down. But it will be David to serve first. It's not serve first, serve next. 3-1 up in the first set. Lobes. Bahada. From Dani was met with a wonderful drop volley in reaction from Miguel. As David approached the net to get it back and popped it into the net. It's love 15. Nice serve. Dani goes backwards to lift the ball up high. Ball underneath with the Bahada and into the net. A big grunt as he hit that one there. An extra bit of power and effort, but it wasn't to be, and it's love 30. And now for David and Paul, a bit of pressure on their serve. Chance to smash. Oh, beautiful recovery from Dani Bressel. And Miguel, unfortunately, can't keep that one in. Wonderful play, though, from both sets of players. Great attack from David and Paul. Amazing recovery from Dani to get the ball back in play. But David and Paul kept their cool to win the point. High ball this time. David says, come back with me. Bahada down the middle. Beautiful shot. That one landing on the ground, hitting the back glass, and probably not getting more than a centimetre high off the ground. Incredible shot there to go for 30-0 and recover that love 30 position. Oh, and again, that serve down the middle, hitting the line. Miguel using the back glass, and it kept low. Gets his foot in frustration. 40-30. Just long in the first serve though this time. And these volleys, so much spin, it just doesn't bounce off the back glass at all. And from love 30 down, 4 convincing points for David and Paul. Wins them the game. They're 4-1 up in the set, and work to do for the number 1 seeds. It will be Miguel Briega to serve when the players resume in a moment or two. Miguel Briega, ready to serve. Well, 1-4 down in the first set. High return from Paul. Through the legs. Himself. That one back, but a big smile on his face now. Ready for goal. Team love. He's choosing not to attack there and playing it soft. David read it well, and he's in to attack the middle now, using the back pass to recover this one. Again, soft. Oh, and confusion between David and Paul as to whose ball that was. But his point for the number 1 seeds, 30 love in this game. David looks at the commentary box there briefly, shakes his head. Disappointment. Paul sends that one 40 love. More a convincing game so far from Miguel and Dani as they look to get themselves back into this. Miguel takes this one. Ooh, and that's a little bit out of control. 40-15, that one going long in the attempt to Vibora. High return from Paul, beautiful low. Dani on the bahana to Camley. David's there at the net too. And that's going to go out. Oh, Dani Bressel gets an amazing to steal the game. David got the ball out by 3, and Dani was there waiting on the ball, and he slammed it back in play. David was also in a good position to try and recover it, but it just hit the side of the racket and flew out of bounds. And that is a crowd-pleasing moment that we all came to see. 4-2 for David and Paul in the first set. We'll serve there for Dani and Miguel. Paul's first pair to the net. High ball, David plays the Vibora to the corner. Nice slice volley down the middle. Miguel as well, all across the cover. There's a swap sides on the near side now. Daniel trying the right, Miguel really down the middle. Backhand. David again, high ball. Miguel lets this one go. Bahada. So David on the right. High ball now for David to attack it. We're into the corner. Miguel just gets it back. It's a drop shot. David, great save from Dani Bressel. Flips it up and Paul puts the smash into the net. And his love 15 on the serve. Paul and David in control into their point. But a great hustle from Dani Bressel to get there, and then a mistake from Paul, losing them the point. Dani just asking for a moment to catch his breath after that sprint. Paul, serve. High ball. David underneath. And he plays that gently into the middle. Dani perhaps face on it. And he puts the controlled volley into the net. It's 15-0. Alsina and David. Under this, chance to tap the middle. He chooses to go into defence and the point stays alive. So he's cross court now. Dani back to take on the backhand. Nicely down the middle, and David covered his position well enough after the overhead. And the gap in the middle was there. It's 15-30, and perhaps a window of opportunity for Dani Miguel to have a brief conversation. Paul was ready to serve and now turns away a little frustrated, unable to do so. Dani and Miguel just went out a little. David gambled there, Paul's back, and that one was not enough. And it's 15-40. Two opportunities for Miguel and Dani. Break back points. Paul now taking his time a little bit here. Miguel to receive. It's down the middle on the backhand. David underneath. Plays it down the middle. Double-handed backhand from Miguel. He looked to play that short, Chiquita style, but into the top of the net, and 1 break point saved. 41 chance remaining for the time being for Dani and Miguel. Serve was just called long. The second serve upcoming. No one quite looks sure. High return from Dani. Oh, just landing in from Paul in the knee brush. Neck quickly, David. Down the mid this time, nice and gently. That's the king there, and he kicked up down, it hits the light post. As Dani again was just about in position to recover that one from outside of the court. But it wasn't to be, and it's deuce number 1. As Paul and David save 2 break points. In the middle for Paul, back to position. David again gambling, and that return from Miguel. Long, frustrated with himself. Goes off court quickly to get his towel, dry his face. Slow the rhythm of the game down. Advantage to the serving team. Too late to go. 5-2 up. They do indeed, as Dani can't get that serve back. Paul takes the pace off of it entirely. And they're 5-2 up. And 2. Dani and Miguel serving to stay in the set. 2-5. Ibora from Miguel through. Sends up a high lob. Dani plays it calmly back to Paul on the forehand. And another patient play from Paul, sending the backhand lob high. Underneath this one. Looks to pick up the tempo and sets that one into the back left. And a welcome point from Dani Miguel, 15-love. Big crowd here watching the semi-final, second of the 2. Final on later this evening, definitely. Tournament of this match on court. The winners of this match will play Shungo and Tim. Great recovery from Paul and David there in defence. They're back in play, but David puts this one into the net. It's 30 love for Dani Miguel in a must-win game in this first set. Lovely serve. Dani smashes this time, changing the direction. Perhaps catching Paul and David by surprise. Paul sprinted to get it, but couldn't quite manage. Just 40 love. 3 game points for Dani Miguel to bring it to 5-3. Lets that one go, and that is the game. Five-3. Paul and David serving for the first set. And now a must-break game for Miguel and Dani. Ball under the high ball down the middle. Miguel is there to cover. David back plays a lob over the head of Miguel. He's going to send a lob back of his own. Bahada coming from David, and he sends that one long. He'd like to put a little bit of extra muscle into it. Love 15, first point of the game, going the way of Dani Miguel in a game they must win to stay in the first set. Shot from Paul, David there on the volley to intercept. The ball stayed low, plenty of spin on it, and he shouts in frustration. And he didn't get that one back in play. 15-0. On the serve of the beat. High ball, Miguel. Double-handed backhand from Miguel this time into the fence. Gets that one back down the middle from David. Again, the double-handed backhand. Dani looks to come across and intercept, but out of his reach. David to Miguel. And he plays that one long as he looks to increase the pace on it, and it's 30-15. Disappointing end to the point for Miguel there. One they were doing well, and a little shake of the head from Dani Bressel. A little kick of the glass in frustration. Just stays in from the volley from David there, down the middle from Paul. Oh, and David went across to intercept, and he hit it out. And Paul jumps in frustration there. He said, I had that one. Need to do that at that moment. It's 30-all, bit of pressure. There. False start. Goes again. High ball from Dani. Paul into the net. Hits his shoe in frustration there, and it is a breakback point. I think the second time in the match for Dani Miguel. He didn't take the last one. And in a game that must break to stay in the first set, they have the opportunity to do so. Oh, Miguel, what a save after the smash. Dani on the volley, and it goes long into the back glass. It was a great smash from David off the double glass, and Miguel reacted superbly well to get it back, but not enough for them to win the point. And it's juice number one. Great point, saved by David and Paul. And we have a late first serve. Not too sure here if it's a first serve or second serve coming. That one's in. High ball, David underneath. Plays it calmly down the middle. Miguel in place to defend. Flicks off the fence. Dani has to adjust. Fever around to Miguel. David's there. Good reactions. Into the corner. Miguel covers well down the line. David's back. Plays it off the line calmly. And that's just off the side fence from Miguel on the volley. And we have a set point now for David and Paul. Good point there from all four players. Miguel's volley looking down the line, just drifts wide. Set point. Nice defence from Dani. Oh, and Dani Bressel can't quite get there, frustrated. Angrily slaps his racket off the net post. And the first set does go the way of Paul and David, 6-3 in this second men pro semi-final. At the 7th APPT tournament, the second to be held in Bali, and the MALE Social Club. Paul and David certainly started the stronger of the two pairs, getting that early break. And it was one that Dani and Miguel could not recover from, but they're certainly more in the match now, looking a lot more even than it did in the first couple of games. So the second set, if that continues, maybe even closer than the first one was. Players will take a few minutes to rest between sets. play about to resume in the second set. First set being played by David and Paul. Players on the near side, the number 3 seeds. Miguel and Dani, the number 1 seeds on the far side, about to serve first in the second set. Beautiful Chiquita from David. Plays this one high, just lands in. Dani recovers well, sends a lovely ball. Bob recovers, but David's there to intercept. Now high ball over the head of David. Tracks back for it, uses the side glass, and that adds that little bit of trickery and confusion, which gets the better of Dani Bressel, who is well positioned, but perhaps not anticipating it at the angle it came at. And it's love 15. Miguel, nice volley down the middle. A recovery from Paul, behind the back from David. Through the ledge from Paul this time. Oh, and David, cross court, sends it out into the fence. Cries in frustration, and it's 15-all. But David and Paul bringing out all the tricks from their repertoire there. That's just wide. Serve. Lieber into the corner. Miguel, backhand volley. High volley, he'll smash this, will he? No, he plays it soft, and that's got the better of Paul and David. David throws out his arms. It's where were you? I think both players look to rush forward there, expecting the smash, because one maybe should have gone and the other stayed back. 30-15. High return, Miguel underneath again. Oh! Paul was down on one knee in anticipation of that shot coming, but couldn't control the backhand volley, and it sails out 40-15 and 2 game points for Dani Miguel. And there is the game, first of the second set. To the number 1 seeds, as Paul's return goes into the net. Love. And he sends the ball high, Paul underneath. Dani's there for the volley. But flatter. Oh, behind the back from Paul, and David, and then Paul there to recover. David stretches across for this one. And Paul's there. Oh, and the counter attack from the smash. Good enough. Paul high fives a member of the crowd as he runs off court when recovering that one. And that behind the back shot from David was special there, David, sorry, absolutely special. Sturdy love. The players pause as announcement goes out in the loudspeaker there. The players wait as the announcement. Nice angle. And stays long. There's 40 love. And 3 game points. Go down the middle. And across the cover. Fajada coming. Oh, straight in the body of Miguel. A little hand of apology there, but a great shot. Oh, temper. Miguel extremely frustrated with himself there. Shouldn't be hitting the ball away like that. But that will come as a source of comfort for David and Paul to see the frustration they're causing their opponent. Haven't seen that ball be recovered. Maybe it will. In the meantime, 1-1. Backhand volley from Miguel. Smashes into the corner, and that one does win the point for them. 15 love. And for the backhand of David, they lob. Miguel races back to the net. He's there in the backhand. Beautifully controlled volley. Bahada coming from Dani down the middle. Ball covers well. Miguel sends this one high across. David there with a drop volley, and it's a beautiful shot. He holds up his hand to say come on to the crowd. Show your appreciation for that one. Beautiful shot from David Quiros. And it's 15 all. He was there waiting on it. Beautiful hand, beautiful touch, keeping the ball within inches of the net on the other side. $30-15. Don't know what happened in that last point. We were distracted by cries of joy from the court neighbouring us. Miguel sends that one just in, just lands in. Middle from Dani. The third high ball in the row. This one goes long. It's 40-15. Dani looking happy to see that one sail long onto the back glass. Excellent volley from Miguel. And a hold of serve for Dani Miguel. 2-1 up in the second set. Paul to serve, 1-2 down in the second set. Paul and David, one set to the good. Bahada coming down the middle. Good stretch from Dani. Reset from Paul. That's a nice angle from Dani Bressel. Plays that one into the feet of David, who recovers well. Dani, sorry. I'm David, getting confused. Oh, and Dani with a Bahada into the net. Just didn't quite his body in the right position, falling forward a little as he hit. And Paul David, 15 love in this game. High ball, Paul underneath, beautifully down the middle. Ooh, well recovered from Dani. Can he get there again? He can. A little confusion down the middle there, whose ball it was. Dani stuck out an arm to recover, and the point continues. The backhand volley. This one over his head, and it goes long. And even though they've won the point, they're having a bit of a debrief here. No fives between them, shaking their heads. Still frustration at the confusion between the pair. They know they need to work in sync very well if they're to beat David and Paul. Second serve. Oh, and Paul goes for the acute angle down the side. He misses it into the fence. And he looks a little frustrated as he walks back to his service mark. 15-30. Double-handed return on the backhand from Dani. Plays this one. David can attack. And he can't get himself back into position there. Good attack from David, first down the middle and then into the side, putting Dani Bressel under pressure. 30-all. Just long. And second serve now from Paul. High ball from Miguel. The backhand now, high ball over David. He's a bit more power. Dani controls the volley well. Ball down the middle, gently. Chance to attack for David, and Dani controls it well. David using the back pass. Another high ball up to Dani. On the attack now. He sends this one high. Ibera from Miguel, lifting the pace. Dani underneath this one, into the corner. Gets himself back to the net. Again, lets this one go. Bahada coming. Beautiful shot. Flips the top of the net as it goes past David. And it's 30-40 and a break point opportunity in the second set for Miguel and Dani. Break point. And a little bit more chit chat between Miguel and Dani this time. Good to see them united more as a team. And Paul again frustrated that he's not able to serve at the moment he wants to. He walks away and begins his routine again, serving now to Dani. Break point down. High return, David down the middle. Miguel into David, and that just lands in on the backhand volley. High ball now. Bahada coming from David, sorry. And this one sails long from Miguel, and he's frustrated with himself there. It looks as though he's shouting at the lady walking past, but no, shouting at himself in frustration. Wipes his hands and face clear of sweat. We're just one. Still a pressure moment for Paul and David in their service game. In the middle for Miguel. Paul has to adjust his hat after hitting that volley, and David hits the ball long into the back glass. It's going to be a second break point opportunity for Miguel and Dani. Dani ready. Paul serving into him. Into the glass. He waits for it, sends a high. Paul underneath. Down the middle again. Miguel sends this one high. Bahada. Down the middle. Dani sticks out. The racket gets there. This one's high. He's back to recover that one. Just over the net from Dani Bressel. Miguel back on the Bieber. And that does get the Briega serve. Low to the feet of Alsina, and he can't get that one back over the net. And cries of delight from Miguel and Dani, the number one seeds, getting themselves a break up in this second set as they look to bring it back to one set all. Take a moment to go dry themselves off, have a quick mouthful of water before coming back onto court. 3-1 to the good as they look to make their way back into this semi-final match. back, rescuing this one well. And that one goes long from Paul, and he turns away in disgust himself. Bit of an unforced error given the context of the point. It's 15 love to Dani Miguel as they look to consolidate the break and go 4-1 up. 15 love, 3-1 at the moment. Just long. Miguel smashes that one, and just enough on it. 30 love, Dani Miguel. Not the return that David would hope for. Gifting an easy smash to Miguel Briega. We call it, maybe just clip the line. Sends this one back high. And again, Ada coming in the middle, really nicely. David Quiros on the backhand from Miguel, and he's there to attack. And he looks to the crowd to say, let's hear you. Always the shooter. Miguel, 40 love though in this game as they look to go 4-1 up. And that's the game. The return from David into the fence, and he's not happy with himself there, throwing his racket down as he goes off court. And it is 4-1 to the number 1 seeds, Dani Miguel. And work to do in the second set for David Quiros and Paul Alsina. 1-4 down, it will be them to serve when we return to the court. Back underway, 1-4 down. David there. Great anticipation. A few times now, Dani has recovered that way, hitting the ball cross court. David reading it this time, and he's there to put the ball away past Miguel. High return. Oh, and Paul goes for the smash into the top of the net. Not really seen him play that aggressively so far. Bounces back on his toes to help forget. Beautiful volley into the corner this time, back into his rhythm. Oh, but another overhead into the net. And he looks to the crowd, has a little chat to himself. 15-30, a couple of quick mistakes. Perhaps more patience called for. 30-second serve. David underneath this one. Keeps calm down the middle. Sending the ball high to Paul now, see if they can buy another mistake out of him. And they can. Shrugs his shoulders, looking absolutely perplexed at what's going on. But I imagine the tactic from Dani and Miguel now will be high balls to Paul. 3 mistakes in a row from him on the high ball. Lovely volley from David Quiros. And they can't quite get that high five, both of them left hanging, but shouts of encouragement from David there. He's under this one. Chance for Miguel to go for the smash, plays it gently. And he takes this one. Nice controlled volley into the gap. Ball underneath the high ball. And Miguel just gets it back. Calmly done by Dani off the back glass. Paul smashes out. Dani's there. And he gets it back out on the wrong side of the court. I think the crowd thought that Dani had rescued that one, but he smashed it back onto his own side of the net rather than the opposition side. Slightly misjudging where he was, and he looks devastated as he walks back to his position. Absolutely distraught with himself. And the break points that David and Paul were facing have been recovered. Oh, and that one looks as though it's just going to land in. Great play, and you side past David down the middle this time, but a bit high. It gave Dani the chance to attack, and his downward volley did hit the top of the net on his way through, meaning that David couldn't get back there in defence. There's another break point advantage to the number 1 seeds, Miguel and Dani. Paul a chance to attack, and he does so comfortably. Just wait a moment for the ball to be rescued. She's number 2. What a match. She's 2, I believe. Just long on the first serve. David Quiros. All stretches for that one. Miguel's there to cover. Superb defence and teamwork between the two. Just long from Miguel, and he can't believe it. Walks off the court in frustration, holds his hand out to say, how is that possible? Can't quite understand Spanish, but I'm pretty sure I know roughly what he was saying there. Very frustrated at himself for sending that one long, and his advantage to Paul and David. Looks as though they're getting a little frustrated, the serving pair, at the pace of play from Miguel and Dani, doing all they can to slow down the pace of the match. Oh, it's a beautiful bajada from David, and it lands out. And that's the game. So from break points down, they do recover. Paul and David. Dani Miguel, they still hold the advantage in the second set, 4-2 with the break. Dani Bressel to serve to make it 5-2. Let first serve. I can see Tim Brown and Shungo have just arrived behind the court to watch the remainder of this match and their opponents in the final. High ball from Paul. Gets that one back nicely. Dani into the far side. Dani back to the net. Super fast. And he's there to attack. And it's just over the head of David Quiros. Miguel signals his delight at his partner's play there. 15-love, the number 1 seeds, and they look as though they're a bit back on speaking terms. Dani Miguel happier with their play together at the moment. Nice shot down the middle from Miguel. Paul underneath. David recovers this one high. Lieber into the other corner now from Miguel. Mixing it up middle. The side. Paul gets this one, just gets it back almost on his backside. And David plays that slightly high. And Miguel throws a racket up to get it back, but the volley goes into the net. And then of another great point. As David shouts encouragement to himself, but in the direction of the opposition. And it's a wonderful shot from Miguel. We celebrate with 30-15 in a crucial game in the second set. Oh, Paul into the net. David turns away frustrated at his partner, but they do have a little high five between them. Play 15 to Dani Bressel. 2 game points to go 5-2 up in the second. High return from Paul. Dani underneath, and that's wide. And David drops to the floor in disbelief. But it is 5-2 to Dani Miguel. And they are firm favourites to take this second set. Force the match into a decider. Still a long way to go. Back underway, Paul and David serving to stay in the set this time, and that will help their cause. 15-love as Miguel's overhead goes into the net. Nice recovery from Dani. I think he said he hit the ball twice. So it'll be 30-love. Whoa, what a recovery from Miguel. And that long arm fist pump to celebrate. Great recovery, catching David by surprise, 30-15. Nice fever into the corner from David there. Really hard to read which direction he was going to go until the very last second, and it got the better of Miguel, 40-15. Lovely defence by Dani Miguel. Good attack from David in this game. And there's a harder shot into the corner. Well rescued by Dani, and the shot from Miguel goes long. And it is 5-3 to Dani Miguel. Miguel will serve for the second set. And this now a must-break game for David and Paul if they want to remain in the second set. The number one seeds will be confident going into this game. Miguel, their favoured server, always serving first in a set for them. Paul returns high, Miguel underneath. There's that one goal, plays it low back. Through the legs. Stays back this time. David takes the Bahada from the full. Plays this one high, Paul. Chiquita from David. Nice lob from Miguel. He's back again. Sending another lob long though. This time, and David shouts in delight. In the game they must break, and it's first point to them. A big cry of come on. High ball. Dani fakes the smash. Into down gently. Again, a high ball for Dani. Playing the beaver into the corner. Paul recovers it well. This time into the backhand of David. Sorry. Oh, there's a high ball calmly. Miguel underneath. Looks to increase the pace on that one. And the Vibora into the top of the net. And David again shouts with delight. Pumping himself and his partner up. Love 30, pressure on Dani Miguel. They look to seal the second set in this service game. Dani underneath. Into the corner, Paul's there, almost on the floor. He's up on his feet quickly again, recovers. Dani down the middle, Paul's there to send up another high ball. Miguel underneath. And he gets that one wrong, over adjusts. After the last one went into the net, he sent this one a bit longer and into the back glass, and it's 40 and 3 breakback points for David and Paul. Again, the fake from Dani, and that proves to be a mistake. David read it well, and this time throws his racket away in delight. Miguel throws away, and Dani, both in disgust. Frustrated at that opportunity, passing them by, being broken to love. As on the contrary, Paul and David delighted to bring things back to 4-5 with David to serve next. And all of a sudden, this second set is up for grabs again. David to serve, 4-5. First serve, flips the net and goes long. Second serve coming up. Miguel sends this one high. David underneath. Ooh, and David looks to put a bit more pace into that one, and it went long. Wide into the fence and love 15. All under this high ball. Nicely played by Dani. Cross court then. Ball spotting Dani advanced to the net. Ball plays this down the middle. Dani scrambles back. It just lands in between the legs from Paul. The smash there, and Paul flashes a racket at it, but he can't get it. And it's love 30. And now pressure on David and Paul, having just broken back. They're in danger of being broken again to give away the set. And Dani Miguel serves now into the forehand of Miguel, gets it back high. Into Dani, chance to attack from David, plays it calmly into the corner. Ball underneath, shouts it's his. And this one goes wide for Miguel. 15-30. Chance to attack. Oh, he fakes it. Forces Dani backwards, who sends a high ball, and now he will attack, and it's out of play again, and it's too far this time. Just able to flick a racket at it there. It's 30 all. Now he tracks back. Oh, well recovered from Dani, but it puts him under pressure in the point. Miguel recovers it. Beautiful lob. Forces David back on the bajada. Miguel stays back, and now the attacking volley. Miguel again does look to get it back. Cross court. Miguel sorts his feet out wonderfully well. Beautiful defense from Miguel Briega here. Dani plays it cross court. High ball over his head. He does well to get back ball into the backhand. Now after the back blast, sends it high. Miguel underneath. Bajada coming. No. Plays it high. Ball underneath. It to the corner. David across to win the point. Superbly well, and he raises a clenched fist to the crowd. Celebrate winning that point. A fantastic point. Miguel's defense unbelievably good to keep his team in the game, in the point. And then a slightly high ball that David was able to pounce upon. Put it low into the feet of Dani, whose swing of a racket forced the ball out of the court. 40-30, and a game point to bring it back to 5-5. And that serve goes wide from David Quiros. David and Paul, they're certainly showing frustration at the slow pace of play from Dani Miguel. They're quite happy to walk around slowly on the court and disrupt the flow of the server. He says, "You ready now?" And we say yes. Second serve in. Ball underneath. Bieber into the corner. Miguel gets it back. Superb volley from David, and he chest bumps his partner and screams with joy, bringing it back to 5-5 in the second set. And they don't want to play a third set. They want to seal this victory now. And all players taking a moment to go off and dry themselves with their towels, grab a quick mouthful of water. And a little joke between Dani and David, maybe about that pace of play frustration. And all smiles is now turned into debate. Miguel choosing not to go off court on this occasion, resting against the back glass. So Dani Bressel serving now 5-5 in the second set. Paul Alsina cross on the backhand. Smash from Dani, but David was there to recover. Miguel gets this one, high lob, falls back. It's a lovely, cheeky little shot. Miguel reads it well. Dani underneath, plays it into the corner. Ball going for a run there in the wrong direction. There's a swap size, and that's a chance. Oh, what a flick from David. Oh, now he can't do it. He hits himself in the head with his racket. Unbelievable play there. Like the point was lost. And the little flick of the wrist recovered things for David Quiros. And a hard fought point. Brings about 15 love for Dani and Miguel. Dani underneath this into the corner. Oh, just well, and gets the ball back. Miguel's backhand volley into the top of the net. It's 15-0. Paul gets to that one nicely. Miguel underneath plays it to the forehand of Paul, who plays a lob over Dani. Into the fence. Paul adjusts well to get it back. It's a good choice from Dani. Playing the high ball low into the feet of David Quiros. It's 30-15. Great choice. A lot of options on the high ball there. Dani underneath again into the corner for Paul. In the middle this time, high ball from David Quiros. Just lands in. And David read that soft, low ball from Dani and was there with the double hand backhand volley into Miguel's feet, who couldn't get it back over the net. And we're 30-0 at 5-0 in the second set. Huge pressure moment on the certain Dani Bressel gets that one. Miguel underneath takes this one. Oh, what a flick from Dani. I thought that would be the end of the point, but he kept it alive. Ball hit it high lob. Bahada from Miguel. He'd happy to send another lob into the corner. A lob from Dani. Smash. And it's 40-30 to Dani Miguel. David throws out the David throws out the question of was Dani over the net there when he flicked that ball out and over the fence. 40-30 game point. High ball from Paul and spin. Bahada from Miguel, full power. Well, escaped from Dani, getting the ball back. Softer Bahada now from David. And now a lob over Dani, plays it into the fence. Stretches to use the back glass. Into the gap. Paul uses the side glass, and that's going to go out. And he covers his face in frustration. David falls to the floor, and it is 6-5 to Dani Miguel. Superb mentality from them. They were 5-3 up, brought back to 5-all. And the momentum was certainly with Paul and David. But Dani Miguel recover their momentum. So retake the lead 6-5 in the set. And it will be David and Paul Alsina to serve when we return, looking to win the game and force a tie-break. perhaps caught in two minds there about which shot to play. In the end, played neither. And popped his overhead into the net. Got him superbly from David Quiros in the point, going from fast to slow. And lovely touch with both shots. Into the feet of Dani this time, anticipating it coming to the net. Might get a little bit softer. And 30-love, and we are 2 points away from a tie-break in the second set. Ball into the feet of Dani, who chooses to volley. And the short ball expertly put away by David Quiros. 40-love, a point away from the tie-break. David underneath. Ooh, into the net. See, I don't think David's made an error of any kind for a considerable amount of time, but that's the first one. See? High ball from Miguel over the head of David Bajada. Oh, it's a beautiful one. Causing Miguel to stretch, and he goes for a little bit fancy. Chiquita. And gets it wrong into the net again. Second time, 40-30. Another high ball, David underneath. Lands in. And again, he goes for that side. And he reads it well. Miguel underneath this one. Oh, does superbly well to read that one. There's a high ball to Miguel, and again goes to the corner. Once more, high to Miguel. Again, a bit quicker this time. Paul lets that one go. Chips it over Dani's head, cross court, and that's going to go wide. It's juice. And from 40-love, David has made 3 errors. Quite uncharacteristically, given the set and how it's played so far, and we're at juice. And for Paul and David, 2 points away from a tie-break, but Dani and Miguel 2 points away from the second set. A bit more zip on that one, on the serve from Paul, putting Miguel under pressure. He did well just to get it back, but only just made it over the net, and David was able to dispatch it with authority out of the court. And it's game point for them again. Advantage, Paul, Alsina and David Quiros. Just landing on the line with a serve. Miguel plays it back by a chance for David. Twice to attack! Reading the return superbly of Dani Bressel. And popping the second ball out of the court expertly. Wonderful play, and it is a tiebreak in the second set. Will it force a deciding, or will it be the match clinching game for Paul and David? It would be their chance to win the match, 6-3, 7-6. Or it will be the chance for Dani Miguel to fight back and win 7-6 and force a third. Oy, oy, oy. Miguel to serve first in the tie break. 1 serve for him, and then 2 for all the players following that. First to 7. And I'm sure Dani will dispatch this, which he does with authority. On to the court behind. The ball returned. 1-love to Dani Miguel. David to serve first from the left-hand side for his team. Love 1 down. Love 1. 2 serves for David Quiros here. First one's a lovely one into the glass. And he's there anticipating the overhead, and he's there, a chance to increase the tempo. Just flicks the top of the net. David flicks this one high. Lets that one go. Miguel back into that corner, and he forces it. Chance to attack. Dani does very well to control it. He uses the back glass now, scrambling, and oh, just too much power. And it drifts long. Excellent play. A bit of a thumbs up from David there, an acknowledgement to a superb instinctive volley from Dani Bressel to keep the point alive. There's 1-1 as David Quiros serves for a second time, this time to Miguel. Into the backhand, he flips that high. Bajada coming. Oh no, he changes it into a lob, surprising Dani, who does well to get back. And that might drift long. No, it just lands in. Miguel sends a high lob back, and another Bajada coming down the middle. Paul sends it high. This one just lands in. And from Paul, it goes out in the first mini break of the tie break. Goes the way of Dani Miguel. And they take a 2-1 lead in the tie break. It'll be Dani to serve first from the left hand side to David. Gabriel, enjoying it?
Oh my god. I wouldn't say I'm enjoying it. I'm suffering. Such a good game.
Amazing shot from Miguel on the Vibora. And as my colleague said, this game is so good, he's suffering. About 3-1 to Dani Miguel in the tiebreak. Just long, I think, there. Will be a second serve. High return. Oh, and that just lands out from David Quiros. He can't believe it, falling to his knees. And 1-4 with Paul Alsina to serve. Miguel plays this high. David into the corner. Miguel back, taking it before the second glass. Attacking Dani now, gets it back down the middle. And that one might be drifting long from Miguel. And he runs off court in frustration as the players change ends. Paul and David 2-4 down with one serve to go from Paul. Oh, amazing defense from Miguel, getting that back, and Paul went for the outrageous drop volley and he got it wrong. Ball not making it over the net, and he immediately points to himself, what are you thinking? Why do that at 2-4 down in the tiebreak? So 5-2 for Dani Miguel and a convincing break in the tiebreak. 2 serves coming from Miguel now, and 2 points would clinch the set for them. And Miguel underneath. Just lands in. Got confusion. And he gets there in the Bajada. Now a high ball above David. Plays it down the middle. Plenty of time for Miguel to get there. Plays this one high. Confusion between the two. Who's going to take it? Paul ends up being the one. Just lands in. David uses the back glass. Miguel on the attack. High ball from Paul. Plays that one with top spin, and again from Miguel. High ball over Dani's head over cross court. Feints. Down the middle. Over Miguel's head now. Plays this down the middle. Back glass from Paul. Such a crucial point. And it just landed in. Miguel says, come on crowd, appreciate that. And it's 6-2. And 4 set points for the number 1 seed, Miguel Briega, Dani Bressel. (6-2) serving to David. And as I say, 4 set points. That serve goes long. Second serve. Ball plays a high lob. Miguel underneath into the net. And almost a giggle throughout the crowd. They can't believe that Miguel has missed that one. 3-6. David served twice. But 3 set points remain for Dani and Miguel. Ball underneath this one. Oh, and there is the set. And we are into a decider in the men's pro semi-final. I can see Shungo just behind the court, clenching his fists in happiness. He knows that the longer this one goes on, the more tired their opponents will be in the final later. An amazing mentality from Dani Miguel there to win the second set. They were in a dominant position. Were broken back and forced into a tiebreak, but to win the tiebreak 7-3, I think it was, convincingly so. Expertly done by them. The decider to come in a few minutes. 1 set all, the men's pro semi-final. Oh, what a shot from Miguel. Superb volley that stayed low to the ground after it hit the glass, giving Paul and David zero chance. In love. Ooh, into the net from Miguel now. No. Nice option taken by David there, gently into the body of Dani as he turned his back, expecting to see the ball fly past him. 15-30, Miguel takes this one, now into his feet, allowing David to take the net. He's back for this one, down the middle. And this time into the backhand of Dani, down the middle from Paul. Nicely anticipated from David Quiros. He plays that one down low into the join between the fence and the glass, and it bounces out at an unexpected angle in 15-40. And it feels like Paul and David have just twisted the screw a little tighter, lifted the level. Start of this third set, and they look to get the early break, 2 break points in the deciding set of this men's pro semi-final. But that's not going to be successful for them. A poor return from Paul and an easy put away smash for Dani Bressel. The first point has been saved. 40. And David. That's long from Miguel. Paul and David celebrate together. 2-love. Dani frustrated. Partner in the court. Speaking frustration to the crowd, but also to no one. Maybe just to himself. They do lead to love. Paul David the early advantage in the deciding set. And will it be a decisive one? That's clipped the net and I think landed in. So it'll be first serve on the left. Ball underneath. Oh, into the net. Very frustrated with himself. That's the exact same mistake he made in the tie-break to give Dani Miguel the set. And he's done it again there. Love 15. Much better play from Paul. He got the grunt out there and it seemed to do the trick. 15-0. David nicely into the corner. Miguel underneath. And that beats him. Paul covers really well. Beautiful through the legs. And Miguel on the smash. And that one's going to be too good. And it's 15-30. And having just been broken, Miguel and Dani, maybe they have a slight opportunity now at 15-30 to break back straight away. Good volley down the middle. Oh, superb defense from Dani. Get down low to get that back. High ball, David underneath. Down the middle, calmly. Miguel uses the back glass. Stays at the back, Dani at the front. And now Miguel comes to the front as well to join his partner. Sends a high ball controlled over David. Bounces just in. It's a lovely lob over. Dani scrambles to get back. Sends a lob of his own. Paul underneath. Plays it back to the corner. And it just stays too low for Dani Bressel. And it's 30-all. In this third game of the third set. A little bit of tactical talk between Paul and David there. We haven't seen much of that throughout the match on court. This one lands just in. Bell high above. He's going to let it bounce, and here comes a Bahada. Lob over the head of Dani Bressel. Sends a lob up over David. Down the middle. Miguel's there to cover. David takes his time, plays it low. Double-handed back. Miguel, and now Dani uses the back clap, but too much power. And that flies over the court and into the back glass on the far side, and it's 30. And a chance for Paul and David to go 3-love up. Beautiful volley down the middle, and again. And that one's too long from Paul. We can put an extra bit of spin on it. It's sailed long. We're juice number one. And wide from Paul. He gives the point away, advantage. To Paul and David, to Miguel and Dani, and a breakback point immediately in this third and deciding set. Ball underneath to Dani. Volleys nicely, just over the net. That one sailed out for Miguel. Back to juice number two. I don't know if he was distracted. His knee strapping came off midpoint there. I wonder if that was playing on his mind. Okay, juice two. onto the net. Paul Alsina. Second serve. Miguel onto the backhand. Puts it high over Dani. Plays back to the net. Volleys to secure the net once more. And they head down the middle of the court. Ball under this one. Does the same. Miguel gets that back, but a chance for David to attack, and then the same from Paul. David tracks back for this one, plays it to Miguel, who's in a defensive position, high over Dani. Play over. Superb defense from Paul. Oh, through the legs from Paul. Gets it back. And that one's gone long from Paul Alsina. And it's advantage to Dani Miguel. Break back point. Ooh. David underneath this one. Safely into the corner. Nice love from Dani. They both stay back. Ooh, a bit of confusion. He just flicks a racket at it, and there's more power, and it's out, and the break back has come for Dani Miguel. They are fighting into this one. Fighting to stay back in this one. Sorry, David, furious with himself, throws his racket back onto the court. And the advantage they worked so hard to gain has slipped away. Back on serve in the third and deciding set. It will be Dani Bressel to serve when they resume. 1-2 down. One, two. So that's from David, frustrated he didn't do better. Under the high ball now from Miguel, which sails long. Holds up his hand in frustration. 15-30. Pressure moment for Dani Miguel, the number 1 seeds. David happy to just feed this back high. Paul forces it a little bit faster now. Miguel jumping high twice. That one just lands in from Paul. Dani sends up a lob and he's across to take that one. It's 15-40 as he puts that into the net. And 2 more break points for David and Paul. Just long. First set, break point saved. Just noticed in the commentary box that Miguel has served twice in a row now. Miguel did serve the first game of the set for Dani and Miguel, and he served again now. A little check back on YouTube has shown us that. It's a little bit of a mix-up. Stays in bounds off the fence. Oh, Dani does well to rescue it. Oh, calmly now, keeps the ball low. David down the middle. Tracks back again low. And it's long! And there's the break of serve, and it's 3-1 to David and Paul in the third set. And once again, they take the initiative with the break and go 3-1 up. Miguel serving twice in the set and broken both times. Maybe they should let Dani serve the next one. It'll be David Quiros to serve, 3-1 up in the deciding set. From David, strong, now high over. Paul gets this one back on the backhand volley. High lob. Bahada from Paul down the middle, beautiful shot. Good use of the back glass from Miguel. Clears David, now a high ball. Players have swapped sides on the near side. Paul. And they swap back mid lob. Getting back to their familiar sides. Another super high lob. Calmly from David. And another second lob. Miguel to the net this time. Into the corner from Paul. David's there to attack. Oh! And he misses the drop volley. Just clips the top of the net and falls back onto his side. And goodness me, what a point. Love 15. Regret etched onto the face of David there. David underneath, to the middle, keeps it low and too low for Dani to get it back, and it's 30-15. Great shot from David Quiros. All David shot into the net. Miguel's backhand at return. Now down into the corner. He sends another high ball, giving him the time to recover. Back to the corner from David. Another high one. Ball underneath this. Again, focusing on that corner. Miguel sends this one down the line. Leads the backhand, Miguel, nicely. Now playing a lob over Paul's head, and it lands long. And 40-30 game point for David and Paul. Three one up, 40-30. Game point, looking to go 4-1 up in the deciding set. Slow serve into the backhand. Paul takes this one and he's out of possession. Across. Sends up a high ball. Miguel into the corner with a vibra. And now a volley through the legs of Paul. He's there to attack. Nicely picked up from Paul. David back superbly. Oh, and that's a great shot from Miguel, changing the direction to the surprise of David. And he can't adjust to get the backhand volley in play. It's juice number one. David serves to Miguel. Nice shot cross court. Dani, judges it well. And after the smash from Paul, he doesn't get it back. And the look of disbelief on his face there. But he missed that one. He got himself well positioned. And after a little laugh between Paul and Dani, Paul turns around and pumps a fist at David to say, let's go. Let's take this game point advantage. Just long on the serve. Long. And there is the game, 4-1 to David and Paul. And 2 games away from a place in the final. Work to do again for the number 1 seeds, Dani Miguel, to fight their way back into this one. There you go. Miguel serves once more, 3 times in a row. back here. Ooh, just long from Paul. 15 love to Miguel and Dani. Just lands in. Oh, you got that wrong. Almost falls over in despair. Nice pick up from Paul. Good drop volley. Good hustle from Paul to get that one. And out from Miguel this time. It's 30-15. Good vibra from Miguel. Dani across to take this one down the middle. Paul hustles back to get it. Flatter this time from Miguel. And straight into the back glass and 30 all. And at 1-4 down 30-30. It's a crucial moment for the number one, it's Dani Miguel, if they are to rescue this match. Ball, Alsina kept his cool, an amazing moment there. And that could be the crucial break of serve. 3 times Miguel has served in this set, and 3 breaks for Paul and David. And they're 5-1 up with all the momentum now. Paul to serve, looking to close out the match in this third and decisive set. Beautiful shot from Miguel, but well defended by Paul. Again, Miguel adjusts well to get that one back. Oh, and he gets that one wrong. David, ball didn't bounce quite as he expected. Love 15. Obviously a must-break scenario now for Miguel and Dani, who are to fight their way back in this one. Miguel as well. Good controlled volley from Dani, and again reading the angle of Paul's racket superbly well. High lob. Miguel let this bounce. Is it soft? Oh no! David into the net. It's love 30. In a game that Dani and Miguel must win, they have a 2-point advantage. And that's one of those points rescued. 15-30. Ball underneath, down the middle. Oh, and that gets the better of both Miguel and Dani. Body language slightly different there. Maybe thinking their chance is gone. It's 30 all. They're only 2 points away from one of the breaks back. And that's another point, and it's a match point now for David and Paul. Looking to close out the match 6-1. Dani slowly back to his mark. Paul serving to him now. Off the glass. Big smash from David, and that seals the match for Paul Alsina and David Quiros against the number 1 seeds Dani Bressel and Miguel Briega. And once again, David and Paul get the better of Dani and Miguel, with Dani appreciating the crowd and the support they've given the pair throughout the day. But it is Paul and David who progress to the final of this competition. Commiserations to Miguel and Dani, who lose their 100% record of making it to the final in APPT events, calling it the semi-final stage on this occasion. And the final later today of the Men's Pro will be contested between David Quiros and Paul Alsina against Tim Brown and Shungo from Japan. That will be on later. Thank you for watching coverage of the 2 semi-finals. Hope you enjoyed them, and we'll be back with you later on in the day for more coverage from this 7th APPT tournament from the Bali Social Club in Canggu.